Hello, welcome to Ms. Peepers Reading Corner. I'm Katrina, aka Ms. Peepers. Let's talk about banned books. Throughout October, we're celebrating Banned Books Week, which was at the end of September, by discussing a different banned book in every video. My goal here is to look at why books are banned, what kinds of books are banned, and to encourage you to read what books you want to read, and don't let anyone else tell you what books you're allowed to read. Today's banned book is Animal Farm by George Orwell. And I say book, it's really more of a short story. Animal Farm, subtitled A Fairy Story, is really a sort of a fable in which animals on a farm decide that they are sick of being ruled by human farmers and they decide to take over. And the idea at first is that all of the animals will be equals. They will share everything, the labor, but also the fruits of that labor, and everyone's life will be just a little bit better. But very quickly, things begin to shift. The pigs, who are essentially the architects of the revolution against the humans, gradually become leaders within the farm. Then they start setting rules, and then they start becoming rulers. And before long, sorry to spoil it, it is a short story, before long the farm doesn't look all that different from the way it was before the animals revolted. This is a very clear allegory of communism in its worst forms. That on paper it sounds great that there are no leaders, that everyone is equal and everyone will share, but then human, or in this case animal nature, takes over. So why would someone have a problem with this? This book is very clearly against government systems pretending to care for the people when in fact they do not. And there are very obvious references that make it clear that Orwell is criticizing the Soviet Union and the way that communism appeared there. And yet this book has still been challenged with the suggestion that it promotes communism or that it encourages the masses to revolt. And that's not the message. Now the text is a little tight in my copy of this story, but this edition's about 50 pages. If it were spaced a little bit more, I think you could maybe get it to 100. It's not a long story. And while it's nuanced, it's not complicated. And so I just have a hard time believing that someone reads this and says that Orwell is proposing that we all do what the animals in here have done and overthrow our government and then just create another government that's basically the same. In fact, what he's saying is that is what happens a lot of the time, and so it's best to take care when challenging your government, and simply overthrowing one government without a solid plan in place is not the best idea. And Orwell himself was famously very much against totalitarian governments. I have another video about 1984. Yeah, we're talking about Orwell twice this month. What? It's my channel. But it's just amazing to me how much these works are completely misinterpreted. And I don't understand how someone could read this and say, oh yeah, sign me up. Unless you think you're one of the pigs, in which case you're living large. At any rate, this is a quick read, and if you want to challenge it, just read it first, understand it. It won't take long, I promise. But anyway, have you read Animal Farm or anything else by George Orwell? Let me know in the comments, and either way, I'll see you in the next one.